Hi, my name is Jaiden Styber, and I am in the Mechatronics pathway at CSI. For my project, I made a knife block sensor. With the baby now in my household, I figured this would be a great way to protect children, since they like to eat and grab everything possible. This knife block will sense when someone enters the room by turning on a green LED. It will also set off an alarm whenever a knife is taken out. The alarm will sound like this. One of the very first things I did was sketch out designs and ideas for my project. A lot of this was subject to change later on. The next thing I did was create a circuit for the inside of my project in Tinkercad. I set up a test circuit and I realized I didn't like how the alarm would go off every time the motion sensor was tripped, so I ended up changing this to an LED. I ended up going back into Tinkercad and recreating my circuit design one more time, along with writing some code to go with it. I was then ready to set up my final circuit, so I soldered wires onto my buzzer, used wire caps to hold connections together, and even connected a switch. After that, I was prepared to make the knife block itself. Of course, after I recreated my drawings and got measurements of all my components. As I said before, my original drawings were subject to change, and they did. After going to Home Depot for wood, I started cutting. I put the outside edges of the block together first. I ended up having to take the side off after putting the bottom on because I shortly realized that I still needed to make the door. After I attached the final wall, I fed my switch, buzzer, LED, and motion sensor through their appropriate holes. I created the inside unit of my knife block, and after a hard time of feeding wires through, I had the inside of my knife block finally completed. The final step was to make the top of the knife block and to cut the knife slots. The project was finally complete. One obstacle I faced along the way was time management. The way I fixed this problem was by setting deadlines for myself and making sure I kept track of everything. Overall, I really enjoyed the making of my capstone project, and I feel as though something like this could be used in the world in the future.